Adam, the White Hair Master, Episode 2. The Missing Soul. I used to tell you 2 stories about my psychic friend and how he helped me with the spiritual events I have experienced. Everyone I met loves them. What about you, my viewers? Do you support my psychic friend? Today I'm gonna tell you another story about my psychic friend. That time I have asked by a woman from my workplace. Her son was in trouble, so she asked me to invite Adam to come by to check her son. After hearing her troubles, I called Adam right then, and in the afternoon, I took him to her place. I thought he was getting more attractive and mysterious than the last time I saw him. I'm not gay. To be honest, I just admired him, shouted it out, and teased at him on the way, and he was just him all the time. Nothing changed. He thought I must overreact things up. We walked towards Sophia's apartment. I told him briefly what happened to her. Sophia was a nice coworker. She always got my back and helped me out a lot at work. This time, her son got in trouble. She had a son. He was in his 3rd grade at a nearby primary school. Lately, he was not living as he was anymore. He always got sleepy and didn't want to do anything, even his studies at school. What happened to her son brought her lots of depression and sleeplessness. Adam's first reaction was asking me did my coworker take her boy to the hospital to check up, which was not what I guessed. I thought he would ask and think spiritually in this case. How weird he was. I told him that Sophia had taken him to so many hospitals, but there was no reasonable result. The doctors just examined that he got fatigued because he lacked sleep or focused too much on his study. But the kids weren't studying the whole time, he just slept. I also told Adam about what Sophia's family senior thought. They said that he lacked one of his souls, he seemed. That was a very spiritual guess, opposite to what Adam had told me at first. Shortly, we came to Sophia's house. She opened the door, welcomed us, and let us step inside. Her son had taken his long-term days off from school and stayed home a few days. If he comes to school, he will only sleep in his classes. Sophia asked us to have a sit and poured us 2 drinks. Adam said to thank her politely. Then Adam asked her to call her son out. He wanted to see what happened to her son right then. Sophia called her son aloud to bring us some fruits. She wasn't likely to let her son know what we came there for. Once the boy stepped out, we were frightened at first glance. He was really in big trouble. His face was ashen. There were dark circles around his eyes, so he looked very bad. Even though Sophia said he slept the whole day. How a teenager looked, got no energy to live like that, his face that was not normal, lifeless. I eyed Adam. It looked like he was drowning in his thoughts about the boy's case. Adam looked at the boy carefully. His eyes suddenly glowed up. He was likely to figure something out. Seeing Adam kept silent and stared at her son the whole time, Sophia started to ask Adam her doubts. Did her son lost one of his souls, and asked him if he could help her son get back to normal. Adam replied that he needed further investigation to give her an answer. After looking at the teenager, Adam gave her his first thought that the boy was losing one of his souls. Adam asked her permission to touch her son to check out if that missing soul still was in the house or somewhere out there. He only could help if he could see where the disappeared soul was. Even though Sophia was just half understanding what Adam said, she trusted him and took his son closer to Adam. She holds her son's hand to reach Adam. Adam touches his 2 fingers and holds the boy's fingers lightly. Adam asked Sophia to try to remember all the places her son could be, lately, and from when the boy became like that. So that he could deeply understand what happened to her son and find the lead. While Sophia was trying to recall what happened to her son, the boy told her that he wanted to hit the sack and back to his room. Sophia told us, a few days ago, she took the boy to the supermarket. Once she and her son passed by an alley, an angrily stray dog came out from nowhere and barked loudly. The boy got terrified of it at that moment, his face turned pale. And since then, he became weird like that until now. His thought was likely to be confirmed. He told Sophia that he could easily find the missing soul of her son. Confidence was all over Adam's face. He stood up and tended to leave. Adam told Sophia that he would call her before midnight. After that, she had to finish the following items: opened her son's bedroom door, lifted him up, prepared to light up the candles in his bedroom, and put a cup of water on the table. Sophia escorted us to the doorsteps. I turned to her, seeing the sorrows all over her face. I tried to comfort her a little. I told her that Adam was a gifted psychic. Her son would get back to normal very soon. She didn't have to worry anymore. I was very excited and looking forward to seeing what happened next, so I asked Adam what we would do next and where we should go then. Adam replied to me that we were going to the small alley which the mother had mentioned. We walked from Sophia's house towards the supermarket, and indeed there was a small alley as Sophia described. But we didn't see any dog as mentioned in the alley. It was understandable that the stray dog would not just stay at one place and wait for us to come. The dog must have roamed somewhere. I came after Adam and stepped into that quiet alley. I was worried sick and looked around. I turned to be a scaredy cat and overthinking after following Adam a few times. I always thought about the spiritual stuff. I looked around and saw a lot of dust, food, and wine on the ground. It looked like someone worshipped something there. All of a sudden, there was a breeze flew by and flew the dust as well to the air. That made me scared. All of the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. That was not normal. How the heck a breeze flew by all of a sudden in this quiet alley on that such hot day? I stepped closer to Adam and told him my thought. I thought I could sense the aura around. Everything was scary. Adam stared at me and smiled. He said that I was overthinking and imagining things. There was nothing abnormal there like I felt. After talking to me, Adam tended to leave the alley. He went straight out. I curiously asked him if that dirty thing was gone or there was nothing in the alley. Adam explained that things didn't disappear, just not showing up yet. He said we would better return to the alley at night and check again. Adam told me that he had his works to do before the night came. He told me to find somewhere to kill time and wait for him, and then he left me alone there. That day, I took a day off from work already. I would like to see how Adam deals with those kinds of problems the whole day, so I had no idea where to kill time. My girlfriend was busy with her job, and I didn't have a gut to stay inside the alley by myself any longer, so I walked around the area and found a milk tea house nearby. I came inside, ordered a cup of milk tea, and waited for the night came. When it was nearly at the time, I paid for my milk tea and stepped outside. I saw Adam instantly. He was always on time. I asked him if he has done his works. Adam was sorry for letting me wait for him such that long time and his works were already finished. I was both petrified and excited from the afternoon. I wanted to see Adam started his job soon. I asked him should we go to the alley right after then. Adam said that he wanted to go to the supermarket to buy something first. I thought Adam must not have had dinner yet, so we wanted to buy something to eat. I asked him what he would buy in the supermarket. To be honest, I didn't want to have anything because I had a large cup of tea already earlier. But my thought was wrong. Adam didn't come to the supermarket for dinner. He bought some snacks and didn't care how those snacks tasted. He collected some cigarettes and a bunch of different random snacks. I could not read his mind, so I asked him what those snacks for. I reminded him that he shouldn't waste his money on those snacks. After a long while, I heard him answered he bought those snacks for those ghosts in the alley. His answer made me stress out. I faltered to him. He prepared those snacks for the wandering ghosts, so at that moment, He shouted out that my thought was right when hearing me faltering, which even made me jump off my skin. Even though I was terrified, my curiosity was more substantial than that. I wanted to see how those ghosts looked like, so I asked Adam if I could see those ghosts. Adam nodded his head and told me that I could see them. Then he put his hands into his bag and took out a small jar, looked like a medicine jar. There was a blue liquid inside, which I could not guess what was. He dripped that blue liquid to his finger. Then he told me to close my eyes out and applied those weird liquid to my eyelids. Before stepping into the alley, Adam noticed some rules. When stepping into that alley, I should just toss snacks and cigarettes to a wall corner. Even though hearing someone talks or calls, I have to stay still, no reply or touch on something. I listened to him carefully. I told him that I copied his words. We stepped to the alley slowly. Adam went ahead. At that moment, I was not only excited to see what happened next but also frightened of what I might see. I followed Adam's guide. I put the snacks out, one by one, and put them in a wall corner. Before putting it to the ground, I had opened the cigarettes and snack boxes out as Adam had told me. I put things on the ground on the way along the alley. I didn't feel or hear anything yet. Eventually, I heard someone was biting the potato snack behind me. From the moment we stepped in, no one was there in the quiet alley, and Adam had told me that he bought those snacks for ghosts, so that sound was from ghosts? Put all my thoughts together. At that moment, what I heard gave me goosebumps. I had to make myself felt better. The thing behind me was not that terrible, and that was not the first time I have seen those stuff. I told myself, I better didn't turn my head back. But my curiosity rose. I was unable to step ahead without turn back. And then, I stood there, frozen from what I saw from behind. That was the moment which I thought I would never forget in my life. Many scary-faced ghosts were on the ground. They were fighting with each other for food, which made me nearly jump out of my skin. Even though they were half-human shapes, but they were still not human beings. I knew they were ghosts, obviously. They all got their gray faces and black empty eyes. I didn't have a gut to look at them too long. Some of them fought for food, picked up the cigarettes and matches on the ground, fired the cigarettes, and smiled happily. I didn't want to watch them anymore, even a sec. That was excessive to me. Seeing Adam was from me a far distance, I hurriedly ran toward him. At that moment, I turned my head back. I saw a man in front of me and nearly hit him. I was too hurried to check if he was a human being or not. I also forgot what Adam had told me earlier, so I gave him a sorry and ran toward Adam. I thought I passed by him already, but suddenly, I felt that he was walking back to me. The man turned his head back. I glared at him as well. He looked amazed and happy when seeing me, which was different from the cold-hearted reaction when I hit him coincidentally earlier. At that moment, I could sense something terrible was gonna happen. The man looked very scary. I could see his face exactly looked like those fighting ghosts. His hands tended to touch me. I stepped back scarily. He wanted to catch me and might be in danger if he could catch me up. Out of the blue, something was tossing towards the man. He scarily took his hands back. That man was absolutely a ghost. Fortunately, Adam came in time and saved my life, or else I could not imagine what would happen to me. Adam has sent the ghost away and asked me if I was okay. I told him I was okay and just a little bit scary, but deep down, I really scared the shit out of me. Adam asked me to call Sophia so that she could follow his instructions as he told her earlier. He assured her that everything would be fine. Her son would come back to normal very soon. At that moment, I saw a little soul at a wall corner. That was Mateo's soul. He was picking up snacks on the ground like the other ghosts. After watching the boy's soul for a few seconds, I picked up my phone and called Sophia. Even the signal wasn't stable, but she could hear me well, I think. Right after Sophia hung up, Mateo's soul faced up as if he heard someone was calling him. The boy stood up and wanted to leave, but the other ghosts hold him back in the alley. At that moment, Adam tossed something to those ghosts like at the time he helped me out. I could see he threw rice at them clearly. Adam kept tossing rice and shouting to them. He required them to let Mateo go. Those ghosts started to be scared of rice and stayed away from the boy. The boy's missing soul was likely to find the way back to his body. He walked slowly back home. Adam and I escorted the boy home until we saw him stepped into the house. While walking out of the apartment, I asked Adam what he had applied to my eyelids earlier. Adam said to me in a slightly joking way, "That was cow's tear." I knew what he meant. That blue liquid was cow's urine, which was irrational to me. No study could explain that I could see those ghosts thanks to cow's urine, which was foolish. If he told me that was a kind of medicine, it would be easier to accept. Adam was likely to tease me because of my stupid, "You could see those spiritual things and still think it weird?" I didn't believe Adam 100%. I thought he had his unique technique, so I asked him how he made a cow cry. That was nonsense. Before splitting up, he told me to take a bath with grapefruit skin afterward, especially wash up where the ghost touched me. I didn't take a bath with grapefruit skin. I have been absent-minded and unable to remember. And as a result of that, my body got achy the whole week then. But there was a piece of good news to me. Sophia's son was able to get back to normal, which made me very happy.